Grammar code G3-a. Many pronouns have antecedents. Antecedents are nouns or pronouns to which they refer. A pronoun must agree with its antecedent in both gender, male or female, and number, singular or plural. Let's take a look at these example sentences. Mary injured her shoulder during the game. Mary is the antecedent. Her is the pronoun referring to Mary, the antecedent. So basically, the antecedent is what the noun or pronoun is referring to. Her is referring to Mary. Joe threw his socks into the laundry hamper. His is the pronoun referring to the antecedent Joe. The twins, Mary and Joe, there's your appositive phrase, have invited us to their 10th birthday party. There is plural because the antecedent twins is plural. Finally, any gymnast, singular, right, that's your antecedent, must practice hard if he or she wants to succeed. Notice that you have the singular pronoun because you have the singular antecedent. Now let's look at indefinite pronouns like each, anybody, anyone, anything, neither, nobody, and somebody. They're considered singular. That's the rule. So when someone has been arrested, he or she will need an attorney. Why is it he or she and not they? Because the antecedent, someone, is singular. Next one. Anyone who receives, singular, a speeding ticket will find his or her insurance costs skyrocketing. The pronouns are referring to the antecedent, anyone, and it's singular. Letter C. Everyone found, now everyone is part of our list, his or her bags locked inside the NPR after camp. Again, with singular pronoun, singular antecedent. Each of the crew members, don't get fooled by this phrase, each must do his or her share of the work. Again, that pronoun referring to the antecedent, which is singular. Now, as you have heard, repeating he or she can ruin the flow of a paragraph. In this case, consider the options below. Either you can make the antecedent plural, or you can rewrite the sentence so that no problem of agreement arises. Let's look at these example sentences. When someone has been arrested, blank will need an attorney. Okay, so here it says when someone has been arrested, let's use, instead of he or she, let's make it plural. When criminals are arrested, they will need an attorney. Go ahead and pause it now and see if you can do B and C on your own. Go ahead and pause the video. See if you can do it on your own. All right, so you did B and C on your own. And now let's look at this next letter, right? Letter B. Blank, who blank, a speeding ticket will find blank issue, insurance costs skyrocketing. Okay, so let's make it plural. So people, or let's say drivers, who receive speeding tickets, we'll take out A, speeding tickets will find their insurance costs skyrocketing. Finally, letter C. Blank found blank bags locked inside the NPR after camp. We put the students, plural, found their bags locked inside the NPR after camp. All right, now let's write sentences using each, anybody, and everyone below. So you begin your sentence with each, anybody, and everyone. Go ahead and create this sentence, and make sure you have a pronoun that refers to these three antecedents. Go ahead and pause the video right now and go ahead and do that. All right, seeing that you're finished your sentences, let's take a look at these final sections. Let's look at collective nouns. Collective nouns such as jury, committee, audience, crowd, class, troop, family, team are usually singular when the group acts together as a unit. However, when there are individuals with differences in the group, the noun must be treated or may be treated as plural. Let's look at these nouns as a unit. The class, singular, that's your antecedent, voted to go to Merlin's for its, right, which is singular social activity. The class is acting as one group. Look at the next example. The class disagreed, they're not one anymore, on how much they would be willing to pay. Here, class is being treated as plural. All right. Now, once you've chosen whether to treat your noun as singular or plural, you must be consistent as you continue writing. The committee informed us of its decision yesterday because the committee is acting as one group. The group spent blank day eating, playing various games, or just chatting. Okay, so they're doing different things. They're not doing one thing together, so we treat them as different groups. It's their day, not its day. In awe and amazement, the audience, the group, they all rose to its feet. Finally, letter D, the class left blank candy wrappers all over the floor. Mrs. Lee made blank clean up after break. Right here, it can go either way, depends how you view it, but the class left, let's say some of them did, some of them didn't, left their candy wrappers all over the floor. Mrs. Lee made, we need a plural since we use their, made them clean up after break.